losing ourselves when we're falling in love, but there can be a darker side to when it comes to online dating, especially. A worrying new trend is on the rise thanks to lockdown, and that's sweetheart scams. As more and more singletons search for one online, reports of people being conned out of money through romance fraud increased by 20% in 2020. I mean, we all talk about the fact, oh, I'd definitely be able to tell if someone did that to me, but it's not always that easy to spot the signs, is it, Judi?
No, you know what? It's so heartbreaking because the worry is, you know, there's so much people that's single and want to connect with someone. And what I feel, these people that are out there grooming and trying to entrap people, they're able to understand how to get you emotionally. You got to remember, this is like a job to them. This is what they do. So they know how to get you and make you feel like this is secure. They're already ready with the lines in case you say something. They come back with it. Oh, why couldn't I get in contact with you? You know, they've already got the answer. And I had a friend, well, it's not a friend at the moment, but not in a bad way. I mean, like, we've moved and yeah, it's clear. It's not, I haven't seen her. We moved areas and whatnot. And she married somebody. And, you know, 5 years later, when he actually got his passport and so on, he, you know, I was there, he came in the room and was like, oh, by the way, I'm leaving you. I've got another woman. She's also having a baby. And just, I completely broke her heart. I saw this woman drop to the floor and cry. And that's 5 years of investing into someone, 5 years of acting. So, you know, if that can happen to someone in 5 years, it can happen to you over the line. And it's just heartbreaking.
And it's interesting when you talk about things like it's their job. Essentially, this is, for some people, their full-time job. So they know the lines that someone wants to hear. They can tell if you're emotionally vulnerable. All of these things they can tell because they've trained for this. And I had a friend last year, you know, on her own. I've actually got quite a few friends who did a lot of online chatting and dating last year, where a guy pretended that he was on a ship and couldn't dock because of COVID, and asked to, in the end, after weeks of great chat and lots of beautiful emails, you know, said, I need you to transfer me some money because I need to be able to sort out a visa and they won't let me onto the island, wherever it was that he was. And then video called her, and she could only see half his face. And he said, it's because I'm on a ship, the signal's not great, and I'm in a room with lots of other people in our bunker. And immediately she knew that something was up. But it's, you know
what's awful about that?
Job.
It's so often, isn't it, that the person, the victim of that, ends up feeling ashamed or somehow
being
stupid. And often people don't report it because of that. And my heart breaks for that, because everybody wants to find someone that loves them and wants to be loved back and loved back, don't they? So
and I think especially
with
now,
your red flags all the time, even face to face with people we can. So online, I imagine it's even easier to pretend you haven't really seen a red flag. I don't know.
Well, the first time I sort of found out about this was when I did a programme with Andrea. We did something for Loose Women. We went to meet a couple that had been catfished. And it was terrible what they did, honestly. They took his photographs and his friends kept saying, someone online is posting pictures of you saying it's them. And luckily his wife believed him that he wasn't doing anything. But, I mean, it was terrible. It can cause so much trouble and so much hurt in families.
It really can. And talking to single mates, it has been really, really hard for them the last year or so.
People are lonelier now than ever.
They're lonely, and they want to reach out and they want to find a connection. And it can be, for a scammer, it's like the perfect storm for them. But, you know, there are ways in which you can spot a sweetheart scam. You know, things like never send money to strangers, never share your banking details, and take 5 to talk. So if someone does ask you, talk to a family member, talk to a friend, you know, bounce ideas of them as to whether they think it's a good idea for this to happen. And sometimes that person will say, actually, no, not a good idea. Don't believe everything you see online. A Google reverse image search can be your friend in these situations. Take this, and do take the site's advice where not giving away too many personal details is concerned. Look, I know so many of you are finding it difficult at the moment, but do not allow these people to take things from you, be it money or your emotional security. Do not allow them to play on your vulnerability at all.